If you are playing as a winger or if you want to be a winger, you don't want to miss out on this video. Because in this video, I'll be showing you the key to a successful winger, such as how to play as a winger when you don't have the ball, or what is the best body positioning to have as a winger on the field so you can see the entire field to have a great vision. Playing as a winger is not as complicated as playing the central areas on the field. As a central player, you're covered and you're marked way tighter than you are when you are a winger. But just like any other positions on the field, as a winger, you have to be very precise and clear with your passing and crossing. More importantly, I think you have to be 100% confident with your abilities to play as a winger, as well as knowing and identifying your abilities to play and be more successful as a winger on the field. So if you want to be a successful football player in general, not just a winger, you have to be very confident to receive the ball anywhere on the field. Because if you show that you're slightly nervous on the field, the opposition senses this and they're gonna be basically bullying you on the field, and you don't want this. That's why I think the more successful players are the more confident ones. This doesn't mean that you have a bad ego, you have too much ego or anything like that, but you just have to be confident in yourself on the field to be really comfortable to receive the ball anywhere on the field, and which will allow you to have a perfect first touch to be able to make the turn and then get going with the game. To be confident on the field as a winger, you need to really learn the perspective of the opposition defenders, what they do, how tight are they gonna get to you, or how much space they're gonna give to you. And this is what is important to know and understand your own abilities, so you know if you're a fast player, the defender will not want to be tight to you anyways. But if you're a slow player, they're gonna get really tight to you, so they are not giving you that time so you can turn and do whatever you want to do on the field. Whether you are a fast or slow winger, it's very important that just about when you're receiving the ball, you want to have as much space as possible from the opposition, so you can actually turn comfortably and have slight time to think about what you're gonna do with your next move. But if the defender is very tight to you, you're not gonna be able to do this because you're gonna be automatically just want to play back to your teammates, which is okay. But if you want to use your talents as a winger, it's better that when you receive the ball, you have that space and you can turn. Then you can play and then show for another 1-2 touches. This is very important to observe before you receive the ball, to look back where the defender is, and you can check off from them to more comfortable space, that you have that extra space to be able to think better, quicker. Even if you're a fast winger, you still need to have a reasonable distance from the opposition, about 5 to 10 feet, so you can still feel more comfortable when you're receiving the ball. Because the closer you are to the opposition, doesn't matter you're fast or slow, they're not gonna let you breathe on the field. So this is not good. So you want to create that space, but once you turn, you can get close to the opposition. But when your back is turned to the opposition, this is when you want to stay away so you can make the turn and be more comfortable with the ball. Either way, whether you're fast or slow winger, there's a lot of players making this mistake when your teammate has the ball and they're about to pass it to you, that they wait for the ball to come to their feet. But no matter what the case is, no matter where you play on the field, you must go towards the ball. So you're shortening that distance of the ball is traveling, which is not allowing the opposition to intercept the ball, because you're also going towards the ball to make this happen. Because if you move towards the ball when the ball is coming towards you, you're creating the space between you and the opposition, so you are more comfortable to turn and do whatever you want to do with the ball as a winger. But let's say the distance between you, your teammate, and the defender is very tight. So this is when you want to use your body to be able to check off and then actually acknowledge the position of the defender. If the ball is coming to you and you're moving towards the ball, as well as having your arm out to feel where the defender is, you want to push yourself from the defenders, so you create that space where you're also stopping their forward movement. This is when you actually also know where the defender is, and you can have this 90 degrees angle so you can see the defender, be close to the ball, receive the ball, look out on the field, and to make the decision better for yourself. Because if you are a midfielder, you're not going to get tons of option to have a 90 degrees body angle because the opposition will be very tight to you. But if you're a winger, when you're wide on the field, that you can actually afford to have that 90 degrees body angle, so you can actually set yourself up like this. You know the defender is here, you know your teammates are there, and then you can see everything. You can see backwards, you can see forward. So it's very critical that you do this so you have the vision to see the entire field. So let's say you checked off from a defender, and if you are like this, you can use your both hands. But if you are kind of like this, use the single hand to push yourself off a defender and then spin your body around, so you are automatically getting that 90 degrees body angle to be able to see the entire field. So as a winger, your goal is to create that space before you receive the ball, because you can't do it after you receive the ball, because you already have the ball, and now you're not going to be only marked by one defender. Probably they'll be sending help, so there are two people marking you. This is why it's important that you do this, generating the space before you receive the ball. It's also very important to stay as wide as possible as a winger. Generally speaking, teams, this could potentially be your own team and the opposition as well, the teams don't like to allow the ball to go in the central areas, which means that they are giving you the outside, the width of the field. This is when you can actually find your freedom out wide on the field with lots of space. You can either dribble or you can play simple. This will be up to you, because sometimes your coach potentially might want you to tuck in as a winger rather than you staying out wide, because you tucking in means you're letting your fullback to overlap. If you don't tuck in, you're wide, then your fullback will not be coming up to support you. To learn more about this, I made a video on winger positioning where you can find the link right up there. Staying wide as a winger will really allow you to have tons of fun on the field with lots of space, and this is what your goal should be as a winger. Be wide, have space, create space, then you can do what you want to do with the ball. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications. You can also find my Patreon link in the description, where you can donate $1 to $2 a month, and this will help my channel as well as for me to create more content with more gear and all that stuff, because I'm not making any money from YouTube, and it's just a way of appreciating what I do. And also you can find the playlist right over here. And thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next Sunday.